It's very important that a man, especially a short, small man like me, be made of alien material and Teflon, a hard shell. And the only way to get that hard shell is get yourself in tremendous shape. Drive iron, push ups, train, train, train. The grip is so important. You should have developed yourself a grip of steel, punching power, grabbing power, plenty of brute strength. 5'2" and a half, no excuse. If you don't do that, there's no advice that will help you, my friend. I guarantee that, because you're just insignificant. We start right there. There's no secrets. There's no secrets. You got to get some hard bark on you. You got to get blooded. You got to get tough, and there are no secrets of how to do that. Anyone tells you that there's a secret other than getting yourself in tremendous shape, learning fighting skills, street fighting skills, they're lying. You have to begin there. You don't come without a good, strong foundation. Anybody that tells you different, that's a liar. Anybody that encourages you, gives you false accolades, and you're pukey, puny little man with no power, and they're giving you, you can do this, you can do that, you're gonna, and then meanwhile they're laughing behind your back, or they're winking to each other. I've experienced I can smell that skunk a mile away. There's too many of these maggots walking around that need to be straightened out. Nobody's willing to do it. Maybe because of too much unmerited respect or whatever. Maybe because we've been trained by our culture. I'm okay, you're okay. And let's have just a superficial communication that will let us evade all the important things. And that's fine if you want to do that. But it took me a lifetime to learn it's the wrong way to go. It's a major mistake. So you have to begin there. If a man can handle himself, I don't care what he does. He can point that in any direction if he wants to be a man on the streets, sleeping on the benches like I did. Let him do that. As long as he can defend himself, my friend. As long as he can defend himself. As long as he knows how to represent himself and is not afraid to do so. That's the most important thing in the world. Nobody can represent you. Nobody can establish your rights, whoever you want to be. Whatever you want to be called, you got to fight for that respect. Whatever you want, don't take it for granted. You got to be willing to fight for it. Take it to hell. You got to be willing to be a one-man army for what you believe. In a VA, by equity, by rules of equity, and it's correct. Tell us how we may address you so that we may respect you. How do you want to be called? How do you want to be addressed so we may respect you? Forget all this transgender bias and homophobic bastards out there who don't know what the hell they're talking about. But have picked them a good victim. How do I know this? I've been a victim. I've been a patsy. I've been the man in pillory. And I'm also the man who walked the streets of broken dreams over and over and over and over and over again. I'm the loneliest man walking in the streets of Manhattan on a weekend on a Saturday night, late that night. I'm the world's loneliest man. That's right. I am truly the stranger in the night. I am the man walking down the streets of broken dreams. I say it straight out, and it's taught me an awful lot. I've spent many a rough night with the hawk. I've spent many a rough night with the hawk biting at me, chewing through my bones, till I'm scared of that hawk. When that hawk bites through the bones, my friend, just the thought of going out into that wind, as soon as that wind hits the bone, you're in a lot of pain. I know that pain. I know what it is to spend time with those murderous bed bugs. Nights with those murderous bed bugs biting me all over the place, itching like crazy. I know what that's like. And those murderous bed bugs will really bite some character into you. I promise you that. I promise you that. A man who's a maggot, who likes to mock and ridicule others for any reason. There's no excuse to mock and ridicule anybody. There's no excuse at all. No excuse at all that past musters. It all comes back to that stinking lousy mocker. I'd love to put that son of a bitch in bed with the bed bugs. 1 week. And they'll bite some character into that son of a bitch, that maggot, that lowlife. He's the most disgusting individual of all, the one who mocks and ridicules, uses sensational language to score points for himself by stepping and stomping on somebody else's cadaver, that he made that cadaver. And he's willing to destroy somebody and lie about it and make a virtue out of it. You ready for that? This punk, this maggot, this lowlife, this cheap mocker, he's willing to make a virtue out of that. He's doing a good thing, It gives him $100 ever so often. Hey, what a good guy. Slap his chest. What a great guy I am. And nobody tells him he's a low-life maggot, but I will. I do. If he asks me, I'm going to tell him. You're a low-life maggot. There's no excuse. No excuse you could ever give me that excuses mockery and ridicule of a man. For entertainment, I keep him around for entertainment. I've been a victim of this trash. Because I'm going to tell you straight out, I was hoping these clowns would fix me up with a girl. Are you ready for that? I was hoping these maggots, these lowlifes, these miscreants, these freaks, these weirds would fix me up with a girl that I couldn't do for myself. All my life I was looking for somebody who would be my personality, to be my champion with the women, who will talk for me and introduce me and carry me. Are you ready for that? Because I felt so bad about the way I looked. We begin right there. A man has to have the cojones to speak the truth about himself. Nobody can hurt me. I got hard bark on me. Nobody can insult me. Nobody can. It can't be done. I'll listen to the fool, and I'll ask him, and I'll drag more out of him. Then when he shuts up, he's going to get some pushback. He's going to hear from me big time. I promise you that. I'm resolved. I'm committed to that. I promise you that. My word's my bond. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll push back on. I'll take a mirror if I have to and slam it right against that punk's face and say, who are you? Who are you talking about me like that? Who am I? Who the hell do you think I am to put up with a piece of trash like you? I'll tell it to him straight out. I don't care who the hell the man is. If I could train like I used to, if I had power in my hands, brute physical power, punching power, street fighting techniques, you fear no man. If he wants to take it to the punk wants to take it to the street, we finish there. That's the attitude you have to have. Some people, you have to take it to the gutter. You have to bash them right in the head to get their attention. They can't hear, they can't listen. They only hear what they want to hear. Not good enough when I'm around. If you ask me, if any man asks me, has the cojones to ask me what I think, I'm going to tell it to him. But if you don't want to know, then don't come to me. Don't waste my time with a bunch of trivial nonsense. My time's limited. Don't waste it.